Young Clay sustained serious cranial damage in an accident that has left him in a deep coma. He'll only come out of it several weeks later on. His condition requires the urgent intervention by a whole team, which busies itself around him.
Yeah, he was wearing a seatbelt, but for his age, he was supposed to have been in a booster seat, and he wasn't.
He had evidence of a major facial and cranial trauma.
They finally told me, like, I didn't get to see my daughter either until they took her to intensive care. So I didn't really know how badly he was hurt until I went upstairs to see him before they took him to operate on him. So.
The patient have to be reanimated. So we start with intubation, make sure that he is well ventilated, he has oxygen to go to his lungs. We put fluids through veins because he did lose a lot of blood.
It's the beginning of a lengthy vigil. Hope never leaves those who surround him. We dream of the moment that contact will be reestablished.
When they come out of intensive care to the floor, it's because they're what we call stable. They're stabilized. He's at the point where he needs the physio, the ergo, and hopefully, like I said, sooner or later he's going to come out of the coma. I guess nobody is really sure of all of that, but we know that if we talk, we explain everything we do. Okay, we explain to the patient, even if he's comatose, we tell them, okay, now we're going to give you a bath, now we're going to do this, we're going to give you your feeding to the Levine tube, and we even tell him it's nice, it's beautiful outside today.
So I sat there and I read to him and I talked to him, and he couldn't eat or anything, so of course, so it was mostly just, I was there with him. We'd watch, we'd watch movies, and played music for him, and yes, they told me they'd take him out of bed for me so I could hold him, and when he was still in a coma and everything. So.
Every time we go into the room, we're hoping that something's going to happen, and that's what finally happened with Clay.
Then, suddenly one morning, his eyes opened, shining brighter than ever so before. He sees those of the nurse at his bedside and discovers the teardrops of joy rolling down her cheeks.
And I walked into the room and he turned his head and I saw something in his eye. So I walked next to him and I said, Clay, are you there? Is somebody there? And he said, yeah. Still got goosebumps when I talk about it.
Well, at first it was hard to, he was out of his coma, but he couldn't talk at first. And it was kind of scary because, nobody knew whether he was going to be able to talk or if he was even going to recognize his mother, if he was going to recognize me or not, and that he can see and he can hear and he can talk and everything is amazing. So his memory and everything is perfect. It's more his writing. And
it is sad sometimes to work in pediatric because we do lose patients, and something like happened to Clay. We used to call it a miracle.
I feel very good.
And our champion is back, on the ground, with everyone else. Surrounded by friends, he enters life with the intent of biting into it with gusto.